everyone and welcome to this video, and you've just watched the unboxing of the brand new vintage ink set by Eternal. Now this ink set was made for the traditional neo-trad illustrative artists in mind, but it's by no means exclusive just to these artists. Now I've been really fortunate to get hold of one of these ink sets, so I thought I'd do a little unboxing and a little review video and give you my personal thoughts on it. So coming up in this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the individual inks, what you actually receive in one of these sets. Then I'm going to be diving into a little tattoo which I did using some of these colours. We're going to be discussing the prices of these. I'm going to be showing you where you can buy them, whether in the UK or the EU or overseas in the US. I'm also going to be providing links to all these places, and then finally I'm going to be giving you my personal thoughts and conclusion on this ink set. So with all that said guys, let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. So let's get straight into it. Out of the box, the full vintage ink set includes 17 1-ounce bottles of ink and also a 1-ounce bottle of Keep Wet. So the colours that are included in the full set are Root Beer, Slowpoke, Eastwood, Classic Pink, Red Wagon, Tang Orange, Atomic Orange, Yellow Jacket, Camo Green, Thunderbird, Blue Suede, Blueberry Hill, Purple Haze, Bomber Grey, and then there's two blacks included. The first one is Max Black for packing black, and then there's the Max Lining Black, obviously for lining, a bottle of white, and finally a 1-ounce bottle of Keep It Wet. On a side note, to help identify that these inks aren't clones, if you look at the base of the bottle, each one has an embossed trademark in there. Then there's also the other features that Eternal always include, like the expiry date printed on the bottle, and also the seal under the lid when the ink is new. Now I have done an in-depth video on cloned ink and what to look out for. Simply put guys, the best way to avoid buying clones of these is just to buy from reputable suppliers. I have done another video on this, going into depth about counterfeit inks, what to look out for, and actually contacting and confronting the counterfeiters. If you haven't seen it already, I'll put that card up on the screen. If you click that, you can watch it at the end of this video. So in case you're wondering what the bottle of Keep It Wet is, it can be used for a couple of purposes. The first one being to stop your ink from drying out. So let's say you've got a long session ahead of you, you've got all your inks laid out, and after a few hours you've not used some of them, and on some occasions you have to bin them completely and start again and refill a fresh ink cap. So the way Keep It Wet works is that you actually add 1 drop of this to each of your ink caps before the session starts, and that will just keep your ink nice and wet and stop it from drying out during the session. Another use for Keep It Wet is if you add a few more drops to the ink cup, so you can achieve nice smooth transitions and colour blends on the skin. So now we're going to dive into a tattoo, and I'm literally just going to pick out a few snippets of this because this video isn't a time-lapse video of a tattoo. The purpose of this video is just to demonstrate and actually show you some of the inks going into the skin rather than me just talking about them. So I'm just filling up my ink caps there. And also I wanted to show you just how well these colours blend with each other. So I'm going to create another shade of green just by using the colours available in the ink set, just to demonstrate how versatile these are. So starting off with the Lining Black. The Lining Black seems to be a little bit thinner than the Max Black, which enables it to flow nice and evenly from the tip. Now we're just going to see a few snippets of using the colours. I first used the Bomber Grey at the bottom there, and there has been a few opaque greys in the past that don't seem to like to go in the skin, but this one went in so easy, no problems at all with it going in, and it stayed saturated after I wiped off. The Classic Pink, this was my favourite ink to use out of the set. I've not used obviously all the colours in the set just yet because I've just not had the opportunity to use them all, but so far out of all the colours I've used, the Classic Pink is definitely my favourite. It goes into the skin so vibrant, this colour, and I've used a lot of pinks in the past and they always seem to fall short of the mark when you tattoo them into the skin. They always seem to be a little bit dull, but with this particular one I was genuinely shocked how vibrant it went into the skin and stayed vibrant when you wiped off. Moving on to the black there, I'm using the Max Black now, and I was really impressed with the Max Black. It was super dark and it just handled extremely well when I was packing it. You can see there when you wipe off, it's fully saturated, it's packed in solid, enabling you just to move on to the next part of the tattoo. The green going in there now, this is the new green which we created using the blue and the yellow from the Vintage Ink set. To be honest, the green that comes with the set is really nice on its own, but I just wanted to get the most out of this video and demonstrate to you that you can actually mix the colours together, which is why I'm using this one. The blue again goes in super vibrant, super smooth, and these inks, they really are an absolute joy to work with. And just finishing up with a few white highlights, and that's our quick demonstration completed with our little tattoo. So if you do want to get hold of one of these and you're in the UK or Europe, you can currently get these from barberdts.com for £184.99 plus VAT for the full set. And Barber DTS are also one of Eternal Ink's official suppliers. If you're over in the US, you can get these from Tatsol, you can get them from Kingpin and also Eternal Ink. And currently they cost $175. I'll provide links to all the relevant sites in the description below. So if you click them, they'll take you to the relevant site. And finally guys, just to wrap this video up, I'm going to be giving you my personal thoughts and conclusion on this ink set. To be honest, it's Eternal. What can I say? You know, everybody knows Eternal's good. It's one of the leaders. It's always consistent. It just flows into the skin. It stays in the skin. It's super saturated. So it's more about, my conclusion is talking about the actual colours of the ink rather than how the ink works, because we already know how it works. It's amazing. The colours in this ink set are amazing. I think Eternal have got it on point especially for traditional and neo-trad. I love neo-trad tattoos, and the palette which comes in this is amazing. Every base is covered, and the really cool thing about this as well, obviously with all Eternal inks, they all can mix with each other. So, you know, you've got 17 different colours of ink in there, but you can make endless possibilities with the colours that they're provided. I think it's a really, really good personal touch with the Keep It Wet. It thins the ink out nice, so, you know, when you're making those transitions and you're trying to get those colour blends, it works really, really well. And although you can get a nice blend, it doesn't take away from the actual colour itself. It just, well, it does what it says on the tin, it just blends rather than changing the actual colour of the ink. Now, another first for me was the Max Black, which is included in this set. And that's because with colours, I've always been about just buying the colour I need, so, you know, switching between brands or whatever and just getting what I need to do the job and experimenting a bit. Now with black, I've always been the opposite of this, and I've tended to just stick with the one brand which I'm comfortable tattooing with, and it's been a case of if it's not broken, don't fix it. And my mentality was, well, black's black, so, you know, if this particular brand works for me, I'll just buy that one. And because the Max Black came with this, I thought I'd give it a go, and I was really, really pleasantly surprised at just how easy it went into the skin and also how dark it was. And there's nothing quite like that feeling, you know, when you're packing and then you just wipe off and it's just there in the skin, super saturated, super smooth, and it's just almost getting a little bit emotional over the black there. But my point is, I was really, really impressed with it. So that's all from this video, guys. If you did like it, it means the world to me if you take a second out right now, smash that like button, let me know your thoughts on this ink, let me know if you bought some, tell me how you get on with it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with all my latest uploads, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.